The first life insurance type of life insurance that I want to talk about now is term life, right? And just like the word says, term life is for a set period. Now, term life is going to be your cheapest product. That will be your cheapest. So when you hear people talk about, oh, you can get life insurance for as low as $10 a month, is it true? It depends on how old you are in different situations, right? But remember, I told you, the younger you are, the cheaper the product is. The older you are, or the more health issues you got. If you're a smoker, you're a heavy drinker, you heavyweight, you had surgeries, you got heart problems, all the different things adds up to a certain grade that you're rated, how you're rated to the insurer, right? The companies. And so based on that, that's how they charge premium. So now back to term life. Term life is one of the cheaper ones. Term life you can get for 10 years, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, right? Term life is good for mortgage protection. I know y'all seen the videos, heard it time and time again, talking about mortgage protection. And all it is, mortgage protection is a term life policy. You buy a home for about 30 years. Usually when someone find it, say they got about another 20 years, right? Say if you owe 200 grand left on the home. So I get a policy, term life, because it's cheap, right? I can pay about $50, depending on your age, about 40, 50, less than $100 a month. I can cover the house. So God forbid I pass away, my spouse, they don't have to bear the cost themselves. Or let's say if anything can happen, right? And with that term policy, you can set it, right, with also what's called an ROP, return of premium, right? So with term life, if I pay 30 years, I don't die, you don't get nothing, right? And so I got coverage. Same thing like if you got kids, right? I got little kids, I'm get a 20-year term life. So this way I'm covered while I'm working. I got to take care of them. I don't have to take care of them no more. I don't need the policy no more. That's it. But you might say, man, I done paid that money. Nobody didn't die. I didn't have. It's like free money, right? Sometimes, but I got a solution. That ROP that I talked about, return of premium. Return of premium is where the premium payments, let's say you paying about $99, $100, and you get a 30-year term, right? The 30 years is over. With a regular term policy, you don't get your money. That's it. You died, you got covered. You got some money. You didn't die, that's what it is. But at least you was covered, right? For the cheapest price. Return of premium, guess what? You get that money back with interest, right? And every policy is different. That's why you got to read. It's better for you to use an agent like myself. This video is geared just in case you want to do it yourself. So I got to give you the full spill. So return of premium, different companies have different policies, how they give it. The one that I got, I get back 10% of all the money. So after my 30 years, that $90 that I'm paying a month, it equals up to about $40,000. So by that time, my kids is grown. I'm already older, so that 40 grand is well more than enough to get me buried while in my later years. So when you talk about final expense, I don't need final expense because I pretty much had my piggy bank. I put my money up. If I pass away, my kids, my people got some money. If I don't, guess what? I get my money and I can take a trip. I can fix up something or make sure I set aside some money, put it in the bank. Now I got money to get buried. I'm good. So it's a win with the ROP. So remember, if you get the term, to me, it makes sense to get that ROP. So you get your money back. But everybody has a different case, a different scenario. So it depends on yours. So now if you're saying to yourself, right, well, say if I don't want to get the ROP, right, just because I see it costs much, I want to stay with the term. I want to keep it cheap. Is there any way that I can get something from it? Aha, you can add riders. Always remember, if you heard my videos, I talk about riders. You can add riders to any policy. Riders, think about just like you see me in this car. I'm driving. If you was with me in the passenger seat, you riding along with me, somebody in the back seat, it's other policies, other programs that ride with the one that you have. So you can get disability, long-term care rider. You can get accidental death riders. You can get a whole bunch of different riders, which of course, just hit me up on that, right? So that's term life. So now let's talk about whole life. Oh, before I go on to whole life, who is term life for? When you're trying to save money, that is the most economical, efficient plan that you can go for that won't break your bank. I would say, as always, all my youngsters, if anything that you get, before you go get Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and turn up this weekend, get you a cheap term policy so that you are covered. start your financial responsibilities, hit me up 346-589-8925. But a term life policy is for anybody. Like I said, it's for a lot of people use it for mortgage protection. That's usually going to be my 25, 35. Or if you're a little bit older, maybe whatever happened, life be like it, you just waited some time, you can get a term life policy to last you a little bit longer, cover you to later years as a source of like a final